here's Brody Brazil.
I put so much effort and research and preparation into this video because there's not a lot out there on the Golden State Warriors' first ever mascot, Berserker. In fact, as I publish this video here on YouTube, it might be the first and only video to talk about this mascot. And let's begin with a very rare photo, something that I have saved for a lot of years. I don't even know where I found this or got this. And there are some familiar faces here right from the very beginning. S.J. Sharkey, the Sharks mascot. This is Rhinos guy. That's the San Jose Rhinos of the Roller Hockey International League. More on that in a second. Initially, you might think that this is Stomper because of the A's jersey, but take a closer look. Is that the Modesto A's hat? Is that the Modesto A's version of Stomper? I don't know if that's correct or accurate, but I'll move on. This is Berserker, who we'll talk more about in just a second, obviously. I think this might have been the San Jose Giants, the minor league single-A San Jose Giants mascot. Really can't remember, not familiar. This was the San Jose Rhinos mascot of, again, roller hockey at San Jose Arena back then. And Sourdough Sam, I believe that's what they called him in the mid-90s. So I think this photo has got to be from 96, because I do know a little bit about Berserker. It only lasted 1 year, 96-97, and that NBA season. So let's go revisit that for a second. 1996-97, the Warriors had a 30-52 record. It was another year of struggle. It was also a year of transition. They played that one single season down at San Jose Arena because the Oakland Arena was getting remodeled. And you may recall that prior summer, the Warriors drafted Todd Fuller, infamously 2 picks before Kobe Bryant was selected. It was a loaded draft, and the Warriors got Todd Fuller out of it. It was the peak of their struggles and spinning their tires in the mud, and they could not get any traction. They could not get any better. It was Chris Mullin's final season before he was traded away for the first time from the Warriors. Remember, he came back for, I think, the 2000-2001 season, something like that. But this is when he got traded away at the end of the 96-97 campaign. But amidst all of this, and change and struggle and transition, the Warriors decided to introduce something new. They decided in this season to unveil their first ever team mascot, and that's it right there, Berserker. As I said, there is not a lot of documentation out there on Berserker, and I do understand that like in 96, 97, there wasn't as much internet. Like, people weren't on it as much. There wasn't as many photos or images or articles or coverage on it, but there's not a lot that exists publicly about Berserker. And we'll get to it and maybe why that is in just a second. But the obvious features, very furry fella. Baggy shorts were part of the time, I suppose. Got the cool guy 90s hair with the sunglasses. I'm not sure what it is supposed to be or what the adaptation is, but that's Berserker, wearing jersey number 79. And so you can look up Berserker, and there's a lot of warrior-type ties over history. It's not, like, far out of left field, but it also doesn't make a ton of sense why that mascot is what it is. And again, there's really only a couple images and just a little bit of documentation. I'm not even aware how many of you who are real hardcore Warriors fans, if you even know about Berserker, or maybe you barely remember Berserker. I do, because I got to go to some games that season down in San Jose with the Warriors. We had season tickets. We kept them through the transition, made a few trips down there to watch. It was a unique season. But again, this is kind of like a full-page magazine, and there you can see that was the old scoreboard at, I'll call it San Jose Arena, now SAP Center, where the Sharks play. You can recognize that. Berserker doing some dunks. Here's another rare photo. And then it gives some details here, which I'm gonna blow up and expand for you in just a second. Height is 6'6", estimated weight 250 pounds. They cannot get him to stand still on a scale, right? That's his thing. He's full of so much energy that they couldn't tame Berserker. Here's the Warriors' explanation of Berserker. Get ready for this. Quote, during the excavation of the Oakland Coliseum floor in preparation for the building of the new Oakland Coliseum, the arena, a crate was found in the plumbing channel used for freezing the floor, like whenever they had ice capades or when the Oakland Seals used to play there. It is surmised that Berserker survived on peanut shells and popcorn left over from the circus and many other events. Coolant and asbestos may account for his abnormal appearance. Cringy? A little cringy? Okay, all right, that's the Warriors' definition of their first ever mascot. And again, all of this during a transitional season. And do you remember this? There's not even a lot of photos of the Warriors playing in San Jose that year. But you may recall that's what the arena used to look like when there was no like facade on the front. Now there's a big sign over here, like a big LED sign. There's a bunch of palm trees out front. It's a way more beautiful and mature building. But back then, I mean, this is right after it opened. This was 96, 97. The arena only opened in 93, 94 for the first Shark season. So San Jose Arena was only about 3 years old. This is what the court looked like. You may recall at center court, they had the City of San Jose crest. It was the NBA's 50th season. I think it was it the Warriors' 50th season at the same time? I think that's exactly what was going on there. Their overall 50th year after they moved out west. But yeah, this is what the court looked like at San Jose Arena. So there's a lot of nostalgia here. And I'll end this video with probably the things brewing in your head right now. Some things that I'll just always wonder. Like number one, in reverse, and this was the mid-90s, it was a different time, but why would you unveil your first ever mascot during a temporary season? Like, you were always in Oakland. Actually, I take it back. You were at the Cow Palace and then you moved out to Oakland, but you've always been in the East Bay for a lot of years. And now you're doing this temporary one season in San Jose while you fix up Oakland Arena to double down on it and stay there for eventually, a couple more decades. Why do the new mascot for this temporary season? And also, we forgot to mention this. Berserker only lasted that one season. What was the main reason behind Berserker's existence of just one season? Why did they pull the plug? Was there something that they found that it just didn't work? Obviously, they moved to a new logo. They changed to Thunder, right? That was their new mascot right after this. So I shouldn't say that they took away a mascot and didn't replace it. They replaced Berserker with Thunder. So maybe that alone is the reason right there. Maybe they decided, well, we've got this new logo and look and feel, and Thunder is like the face of our franchise, so maybe Thunder has to be the mascot. But then again, why did you do Berserker? Maybe they were trying to break the mascot ice before they introduced what was ultimately the permanent one, and now Thunder doesn't even exist anymore. Where did all the Berserker evidence go? Like that is a main one for me right here, because as I searched for this video and more images and more descriptions and more articles, there just wasn't much out there. It's almost like, and I'm not going to accuse anybody of this, it's almost like they scrubbed the internet of Berserker evidence. They made it go away. But also I'll say, 96, 97, there just wasn't as much on the internet. But there's just not a lot of evidence of even Berserker out there. And then the final thing is, what if Berserker still existed to this day? What if Berserker had survived the Thunder era of the Warriors and then survived the transition into the early 2010s and the new look, going back to the Bridge logo and the Steph Curry existence and the move from Oracle to Chase Center? What if Berserker still existed to this day? Would Berserker be popular? Would that have caught on? Did it ever even have a chance to last one temporary season and then be cut off and replaced by Thunder? So I wonder, would Berserker be successful? You let me know in the comment section down below. Would this still be a good mascot if it generally looked like that and did Berserker things? Anyway, that's the end of this video. Hope you appreciated a trip down a rare memory lane. Thumbs up for me down below. I would like that. That helps me, this channel, and this video. But I would love it even more if you just take 1 second, real quick, go down there and make sure you've got that subscribe button pressed. You've already hit that. You subscribe to this channel. That way, I definitely get to see you back here next time.